Hello, Odell here. I'm in my studio in the beautiful city of San Francisco, California in the Sunset District. And I'm here today to talk about this bag, the Lowell Pro BP 250 AW2. I wanted to get on here and talk about this bag, and I want to talk about Lowell Pro, the company, a little bit because I had a really positive experience with them recently, something I think that needs to be talked about. And basically, I'll give you a little bit of background of the company Lowell Pro. It was started by three brothers back in 1967. These brothers were known for their mountain climbing, their skiing, and their photography. And so, along the way, they wanted to, be able to carry their gear and carry their stuff, and they developed these bags. Now, this company was purchased by a company by the name of Damon Photo Marketing. And so that's who owns and has the rights to produce these bags. But what I found is that Lowell Pro still kind of carries that DNA and that vibe and that love for shooting and for working in the outdoors and having bags that work in all kinds of situations. It still carries the vibe of those three brothers. So I think that that's something that I need to acknowledge off the bat. And the first thing I want to say is I've had a few Lowell Pro bags over the years that I've used when I'm doing my event photography shoots. There was the Fastpacks, which this is one of. This is more of a kind of a backpack situation, and I found I really like the backpack rather than the one strap packs of the past that I've had, just because it's a little bit more stability, feels a little bit more solid. I really enjoy these bags, and there's a lot of different companies that make bags out there. Lowell Pro is probably one of the better known names in the market. And so to the point of why I wanted to talk about them is that one of the things about these kind of bags is when you're using them is the zippers, right? And so what happened with a bag that I had of theirs, the zipper tore off here, mainly because, when you're using these bags quite a bit, it puts a lot of strain and stress on the corner areas of these bags. And so, yeah, the stitching just tore out. So, I contacted them, kind of laid out what my issue was, and their customer service was amazing. They were like, "Oh, no problem. Send us a couple pictures of the damage," which I did, and they promptly sent me a brand new bag. The bag that I had before was the DSLR Video Pack 250 AW. This is I guess the next generation of that bag, the next design. So they basically, they said, "Is it okay if we send you, a new version of this bag?" And I was like, "Yes, that's great." And the reason I wanted to talk about it is because I find that to be really a cool thing that a company will stand behind their product. A lot of companies, not that companies don't stand behind what they do, but their customer service and the ability to kind of interact with them can be difficult, can be frustrating. And all I did was I went to their website, I typed in, there's a little contact form they have there, and I contacted them, and yeah, they promptly, got back to me, and within days, were sending me a brand new bag. So I want to applaud them for that. I think that's great customer service, and I think that that's something that needs to be acknowledged. So let's talk about this version of the bag real quick. It's kind of got a little bit of everything. You have a spot here you can slide a laptop in. You have your main compartment here, which I've been able to put my main body with my lens attached, as well as a secondary backup body, and my straps and stuff that I hang my camera from. And if you look here, so I can pull out right here, camera body fits in there just fine. I've got the what's this brand here? It's gonna slip me. Yeah, the Black Rapid straps. I use those. I've got two of those. So if I want to have two bodies going, I can. So I have those in there. I have two of those in there, and then I have my secondary body, and this is all in my main compartment. So that's definitely a great benefit to have. The bag's not too big, but it's big enough where I can put all these items in here, and the weight is not too much, and I can roll to the shoot. Now the top part, I'll put all this stuff back in here for you. Now, this is my first video, like out the box, trying to do this, you know what I mean, and be a voice here in this, YouTube, world. So I hope you can flow with me on this. The top part here holds, you can put a lens. What I have in here right now is I have one flash, one strobe, on-camera strobe, and then just so we all know what's going on here. And what I have is the 600 EX RT, and I have a few of these. It's good to have backups of everything. So you can have up to 2 of those in here. You can have your secondary lens that would maybe back up your second body, or a lens that you can switch with your main body. And so, yeah, man, that's kind of the gist of it. I recommend this bag for anyone who's looking for. It runs into like the 170 range. Prices are always changing. There's discounts. I purchased most of my gear from B&H. I endorse B&H big time. It's like I've given them a significant portion of my income over the years, and they're great as well with their customer service, and they back up all their products as well. So this is what I like about this bag. Let's kind of recap. Why do I like this bag? I like this bag because of the size. It's not too big, but it's big enough where I can put a lot of different types of gear. If I want, I could have my laptop. I can have 2 bodies, 2 lenses, and 2 flashes, on-camera flash, as well as batteries and memory cards. So man, that's really what you need, and this is mainly for, I think, someone who is doing event photography, or you could even have a small video camera in here as well if you'd like. There's not a ton of room in there, but there's enough room where you could put a small video camera body in there. But yeah, it's got kind of basically everything you need. Now, if you're going for, you got more gear that you want to pack in, there's another generation up from this, a larger bag that can be purchased. You can check all that stuff out at Lowpro's website. And again, I endorse them heavily because I find that the customer service is key. Whenever you're buying gear and investing in gear, you want to know that the company that's producing that gear is going to help you out if something happens to it. If it doesn't do what's promised, if the zipper breaks or whatever happens, a lot of wear and tear happens with these bags as you're using them over time, and it's great to have a company stand behind their product. So that's the first video here that I'm doing here on YouTube, talking about gear. This is just the beginning for me. Again, if you're interested in following me, please subscribe, as well as leave comments if you have any questions about this bag in particular, or in general kind of gear that you might need for a shoot. Yeah, please put your questions below. And again, man, I thank you. You're the reason why I do this. You are the inspiration for me to do these kind of videos, and this is just the beginning. All right, take care.